Hey guys, welcome to What to Watch Wednesday. I'm Jake Yoder, the city editor for the Daily Beacon, and I'll be taking you on a weekly guide of all the new stuff coming to movie theaters and streaming services each week. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, turns out there's only one major release coming to theaters this week. Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Say that 5 times fast. I could spend the next 5 minutes talking about just that movie, but I'll spare you. Instead, I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about the lesser of the big budget cinematic universes, the DCEU. So, where does one start when trying to delve into this mess of a cinematic universe? Well, in my opinion, the first film in the series is one of the best, Man of Steel. Man of Steel tells the origin story of Superman, the original superhero. While it might not be the iconic 1978 movie, I think that director Zack Snyder does a pretty good job of updating the story for a modern audience. Henry Cavill is a fantastic Superman. It's a real shame that he's moving on from the role as, in my opinion, he's the best actor to ever wear the cape. Regardless of what you might think about Superman as a superhero, I think that Man of Steel is a pretty good way to spend 2 hours, even if it isn't the best superhero movie ever made. After Man of Steel, DC had a pretty good setup for a cinematic universe. The mistake that they made was skipping all of the setup that made the Marvel Cinematic Universe so good and going straight into a team-up film with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Don't even bother with watching this one, you really won't miss anything. The next film, Suicide Squad, is all flair and no substance. Full of star actors and flashy CGI, the film showcases villains instead of heroes. Normally I would say this one is skippable, I mean just look at Jared Leto's Joker. However, Birds of Prey is kind of a direct sequel to Suicide Squad, with Harley Quinn directly connecting the two films. If you really want to waste a few hours of your life, give Suicide Squad a watch. At the very least, it will provide a setup for Birds of Prey, which looks far better. By far the best film in the franchise is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman not only showcases a war which cinema seems to forget, World War I, it also features fantastic performances from Gal Gadot and Chris Pine and a fantastic story. Wonder Woman was a huge step forward for representation of women in superhero movies, with films such as Captain Marvel, Black Widow, and now Birds of Prey following in its footsteps. The film is a ton of fun and you will not regret watching it. Up next was Justice League, which was basically just Avengers, but worse. You won't miss anything if you skip this one, unless you really want to see Cyborg and Flash on the big screen. The next 2 films from the franchise are a ton of fun: Aquaman and Shazam. Aquaman is a lot more enjoyable if you turn off your brain while watching it. Jason Momoa is amazing as Aquaman, giving a performance that is fun and full of life. It is impossible to not like this guy. Everything around him, however, is pretty bland, with other performances, visuals, and story beats being generic. But if you can turn off your brain, this film can be pretty enjoyable. Shazam is very similar to Aquaman. While other films in the DCEU are dark and moody, Shazam is light and funny. It not only tells a heartwarming tale about orphan Billy Batson, but also features fun action and hilarious performance from Zachary Levi. Both of these films are a ton of fun and you won't regret watching them. This brings us to today, the release of Birds of Prey. The film tells the story of Harley Quinn after she leaves the Joker. When villain Black Mask puts out a hit on a young girl named Cass, Gotham City falls into chaos as every hitman in the city tries to hunt her down. Harley takes it upon herself to try and take Black Mask down, teaming up with a huge cast of femme fatales. Whether or not the film is going to be good is up in the air, but one thing is certain, it'll be better than Suicide Squad. So that's all the films coming to theaters this week, and all the films in the DCEU. Thanks for watching this longer and more rambly episode of What to Watch Wednesday. I'll see you next week.